This video I'm going to give a little more detailed information about how the gun operates so you know what you need to do when it comes down to tweaking and tuning. You have the input and you have this knob here that controls the flow of the air when you pull a trigger. But if you have a gauge on it, you just open this up wide open and control the end pressure of the gun, the inlet pressure of the gun, so that the whole gun have everything. The next thing is this is the plunger that allows the air to flow to feed the cap. This is the pin. This controls the amount of effect that the trigger has on the pin, how far the pin kicks back and let the fluid flow from the cap, whether it's the clear, the primer, or the base coat, or whatever contents you have in there. The way, all right, this right here around the tip is what actually pulls the fluid from the cup. It's called Venturi effect. And if you want to get an understanding of Venturi effect, you can look at the Dyson fan that's the Halo fan, the Dyson Halo fan. That's supposed to be bladeless, but it is a small fan, but it's supposed to have high output because it uses the Venturi effect, where it is a fan in the base that blows up and it outlets through some chutes on the side of the ring, and when it lets out from the chutes, it pulls air through the center. That's why there's a hole. That's why there's a hole in between, a hole in the center of that Dyson fan. So, likewise here, you have this clearance around the side that allows air to flow through and cause the Venturi effect on the center, which is connected to the fluid cup. The more efficient this is, or effective this is, the better at pulling out the not the fuel, I keep saying fuel, the more effective it is at pulling the fluid from the cup. I'm trying to focus it. This was a 0.8 millimeter tip. I increased the size to 1 millimeter, and I also drilled out the center so that the center is 1 millimeter. The Venturi is increased. I don't know. I just had a drill bit and I just tested it. And when I tell you it was pulling the water, I use water as a reference to see my flow. When I tell you it pulled it out extremely effectively. I had to tune it down so that it would be proper. Therefore, I have more control over the output of the gun. So now you have an understanding what it is that you're doing when you're tweaking and you're tuning your gun. What you need to do, however you want to do it. Now see these holes right here on the side, those are what control the fan. In other words, how broken up the fan is to give a good mist. So that's how the gun operates. So when you make your tweaks and tunes, you know what points you need to make effect, what points you need to impact, and how you need to do it, because you have the information now.